Next, I'm off to the North Georgia forests on the outskirts of Lincolnton, an area littered with historic gold mines.
So we're here to see a father-son operation. They're out here prospecting.
I've heard Tim and Bailey have a unique piece of machinery to double down on the gold on this 5-acre claim.
Hello, hello.
Hey, hold on.
Good to
Dave,
see you.
Nice to meet you.
Dave.
You Tim?
I'm Tim.
What do you got going here, Tim? Now, normally I see in a dredge, like your sluice is on pontoons. I kind of like this. This is kind of like a hybrid, isn't it?
Correct. This is a high banker dredge combo.
Yep.
Where we can do both.
Tim and Bailey mine both the stream and the ground around it at the same time. While Tim operates the dredge that sucks up gold-rich river gravels, Bailey loads riverbank dirt straight into an attached hopper.
I'm not big on doing all the shoveling. That's a lot of work. My son, Bailey, he's the one that likes to shovel.
The hopper is a pre-wash system that washes and separates out the bigger rocks, allowing the smaller dirt and the gold to be caught in the sluice mats.
So, Tim, how much money you got tied up in all this?
So I've got approximately about $3,500 invested in it with the unit itself and the engine.
But an entry-level system will set you back just $1,500.
You can get started with $15 and a gold pan. You know, you don't have to spend $3,000 to get going. You can get out in nature and get some good gold.
Are you getting any gold?
We hit what we call a blue-gray clay layer.
Oh, yeah. That's just decomposed bedrock that's turned into clay. That gold will never penetrate that. So he's skimming all the rocks off right down to that bedrock, and that's where your gold will be sitting. I'd say this is the perfect two-person setup. That's the first time I've seen somebody double-teaming high banking and dredging at the same time. So they're maximizing their sluice time. I really like it.
I definitely think there's a lot of gold left in Georgia. It shows that these mines were active up until the 50s, 60s, and then they just walked away from it. So you know that there is gold still in here. You just have to find it.
What are you looking for?
I'm kind of looking in the bank to see if there's like a little gravel layer.
A lot of times people think placer is only in the stream bed, but it's not. Placer could be up here as that, you know, millions of years ago, that river ran right there, and then everything falls down on top, buries it. Well, it's got river gravels on those benches. When we're mining, what happened?
I just ran out of gas.
You ran out of gas?
Yes, sir.
Did the operator run out of gas, or did the machine run out of gas?
That was the tender. Should have made sure that we had plenty of gas in there.
Who's the boss here?
Bailey, that's Bailey.
Thank you. And we've seen even further down the river, we see there's a nice gravel bench where you can actually see it exposed up above the creek bed. So we know higher up there used to be where the river was.
Have you ever tested those bench gravels?
We've gone a little bit, and we found some pretty decent stuff.
And you panned it out?
We have.
Yeah.
We're not going to get rich from it, but we found some nice flakes and all. So we know there is gold there.
Oh, good. Some of the things that I've found is a lot of times where I've been, glaciers hit. Now, we don't really have glaciers in Georgia.
No.
But a lot of times those glaciers, as they would come across and then it'd start to melt, they'd deposit stuff. And then a new glacier comes and spreads it out somewhere else. And it builds all these layers of benches. Well, one of these benches could have contained all the gold, and then it reconcentrated all the way down.
And it just gets dispersed.
But all the way down, it disperses gold.
Oh, yeah.
So you got it figured out.
And we've seen, because like he likes to work more towards the bedrock and that type stuff, where you do find good gold. But I like staying up on the bank and seeing like where was the old, where was the old gold?
Right. I like it. Do you ever test pan stuff? I would suggest you just pan it. Because if you consistently pan the same size pan and you run 3 or 4 pans, you're not getting anything, let's move to another spot.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Regular test panning will allow Bailey to hone in on the richest gold spots. Legwork that will no doubt help Dad.
3 years ago, my wife took me down to the hospital, and they come out and say, "Hey, Tim, you're having a heart attack." So, quadruple bypass.
How you feeling?
Feeling great. Back to 100%.
Good for you. My advice to you is be patient with us old codgers.
Yes.
Because when I was your age, I wasn't that patient with my dad. And I regret it at times. I really do. My dad's passed away.
Take
Appreciate
the time
it.
and
Yeah.
appreciate what you have when you have it.
You're happy with that?
I'm happy.
Well, if we don't find anything, it's your fault because you didn't clean it out.
There you go.
To separate the gold from the worthless sand, these guys have got another neat piece of kit.
How much this little setup worth?
About $85, and that's it.
You
Runs off of a little pump, and
You can buy this pump at your local hardware store. can't you?
exactly, exactly. Let's turn on the water right there and get a little.
Oh, look at that. Kind of cute little sluice.
Oh, yeah.
The light particles flow down into his bucket so he's not losing anything, and the gold's staying in the little riffles.
And we can do this at home, you know, out on our back deck.
Turn down the.
Slow it down just a little bit. I just don't want to wash it out. That looks a little bit better.
The right water flow is important. Too fast, and it washes gold off the end. Too slow, and there's not enough flow to wash out all the worthless dirt.
That's the quickest cleanup I think I've ever done. Wow, that was
Exactly.
pretty slick.
Dave's got the magic touch right there. You know,
Well,
the tap and.
You don't know how many times I've done this. Oh, that's pretty good, you guys. I think they're in a good spot. I really like the fact that, you know, Tim is using this operation with his son as rehabilitation. It's pretty cool that he's out here and he's enjoying himself again.
With this type of operation, you could haul in $1,000 a weekend.
I gotta say, you guys got a good thing going. I like hanging out with, you know, dads and sons that get along because it's family.
Oh, exactly.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank
All right.
you.
Now, I'm heading out of Georgia towards Lineville, Alabama, where I found a one-stop shop for gold hunters to hone their skills and make some money.
I'm Jeff. I'm Dave.
Good to meet you.
You got some gold down there?
I hope so. We're looking for it.
Jeff Landrum owns and manages Alabama Gold Camp, where over 600 members have access to its 200-acre claim.
What do you do here? So you're digging payout for the people that are up here high banking, and
We're running for that and our trommel operation.
you mind if I get down in the hole and see what your pay looks like?
Go ahead, man.
I'd like to pan that right there. You got that contact zone where the gravel's meeting that. You got clay bedrock. That gold falls down in there. It's rotten. It's exactly what I always look for.
Changes in the color of the ground like this can indicate high mineralization and gold. So always be on the lookout when you prospect a new area.
How'd you start all this?
I was doing a little prospecting about 20 miles from here to Goldville. And I lived next door to a church. Preacher knew what I was into, and somebody in his church was getting a divorce, and they wanted to know if they don't know anybody that would be interested in buying a gold mine. And that was the start of it.
How much you charge people for being here?
You can come in and spend the day, pans, sluice, and metal tape for $5.
What?
$5.
$5 cheap.
I got a lot of people that's been coming here, and before they leave, they'll hug your neck and tell you they love you, and that means a lot.
Here, members can sluice or dredge and keep the gold that they find. No equipment costs and no need for permits. It's as cheap as playing the lottery, with better odds of a good payout.
Well, Jeff, I got gold in the pan. This is the first Alabama gold I've ever seen. That's pretty good. So let's go throw some dirt. Back in an excavator. Feels good. Been a while.
Jeff's been digging this site for 20 years, all to feed the beast.
Good looking pay right there.
A massive, self-assembled gold-catching monster.
What do you call this now?
We call it Godzilla.
Goldzilla.
Yeah.
Why'd it get that name?
I don't have a good answer for that. Come about.
All right. And it's your feeder?
Yes, put some material down with skid steer.
So that's just all washing down?
It is. But mostly we use this hose and that fire nozzle for people can be involved in operation. That's what it's for.
Okay.
It's for the people that prospect here, and they get to run it and they get to keep it go.
Nice.
There you
So
go.
they all get to split it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all split it.
Where'd you buy this thing from?
I acquired several different pieces of old mine equipment and just one day I just started putting them together down here. Got a piece here and a piece there.
Piece here? There's a Johnny Cash song about that.
Yep.
Yes.
What's this fella doing?
So I shovel all the dirt down, gets hung up. I do all the hard stuff.
That are in there.
Oh, you're the young guy, so you get to toss the rocks.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Jeff, you ready to fire this up?
Ready, man.
All right, let's go.
Goldzilla. It's a huge rock washing machine to catch all the gold hidden in the dirt. The dirt is loaded into the plant where jets of water break it down. In the giant spinning trommel, the rocks are washed clean and discarded off the end. And the smaller material and gold pass into the sluice where it's caught. Goldzilla is a monster, and trommels make excellent wash plants, whatever their size. And with a little bit of ingenuity, you could build your own for just $50.
I love that. This is exactly the background I came from. Shakers, screens, excavators, dump trucks. I love the pan, but this makes me feel at home. That loud noise is like a money machine.
4 hours of running later, in Jeff's gold room, only the smallest and heaviest material is left. Tiny rocks, black sand, and gold.
So this is his finishing table. It shakes, and as the water washes down, the light particles go down here. The gold and the heavies stay up here. You can kind of see how it's staying in here. And then they'll go into these trays. And then down here's his buckets. So he's not losing anything. Anything that spills over, he's still catching in there. It's gonna take a while.
George is living proof that you don't have to spend big to get some Alabama gold.
My gold I found over the course of the last year.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's gold in Alabama. I don't
Yes.
know if you knew that.
I
So,
do now. That's pretty nice, though. Now, if you hit a big spot, right, you pulled 10 ounces of gold, then you're gonna quit mining?
No, I quit work and go mining full time.
Jeff's run the finer material through his gold table, so let's see what we got.
Well, that's it, Jeff.
It looks pretty good to me, man.
I think you got half an ounce there.
Pretty close to it.
That's a good run.
Yeah.
Nice, clean gold. I really appreciate you having us out, get to see your operation.
We feel like it's a special place.
It is special.
It was great to have Dave here. We run about almost 4 hours, and I'm gonna think we're somewhere in half an ounce, because he's usually a pretty good run.
Jeff's got a great program going here. He's got a great wash plant. You know, he charges them $5, and everybody can come out here and have a good time, find some gold. You know, pay a little bit of the gas bill and a little bit of the food bill. It's a beautiful spot.
I'm on a mission to show you the miners who are quietly hitting it big by working America's forgotten gold rush of the South. I'm going back in time to see some 19th century gold engineering in action.
This Crescent gold mine and mill has been here since 1847. A stamp mill was the original way to crush ore. So this will be the first time I see one that's actually running and functioning, so let's go see it.
Well, it's actually the only one of two that still operates in the United States.
These days, the Crescent mine is a monument to pioneer gold production. The stamp mill has been here for over 70 years, and the rocks they use are from the original pits.
So here's your ore, and what you'd have to do is pre-split it because really all the ore's going in here, so it has to be a certain size. Look at the mineralization in there. You got yellow. You can smell this quartz. Quartz has a kind of a nasty, pungent smell, and that yellow sulfur. It's beautiful ore. It's no wonder they're mining here. Okay, we'll turn the water on first.
We keep it lubricated. We can't really use any type of oil or grease because that makes gold float. So we actually have to use sorghum syrup on the camshafts. Yeah.
What kind of syrup?
Sorghum or like molasses, anything
No
like that.
way.
Because oil makes gold float.
Wow.
Yeah.
Molasses. Wow, that's pretty cool. And that is thick. All right, turn it on. Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Can you feel the ground? I mean, that's a lot of power. It's so simple, though. It's just the